Start streaming. Let's see if it's even. Oh, this. Yeah, we're live. We're live there.
Cool.
So, well, I'm having a lot of trouble looking up the name of the channel right now. AFK Allies 4. Oh no, it's the AFK Allies. I forgot. Videos. We're live right now. Here it is. Okay. Share. Copy link. Okay. Star Wars, Shazam, Joker trailer, and all sorts of other stuff. Paste. So I'm gonna just. Except, I need to change the title. I don't even know if that's working. Yeah. Hopefully it changes it.
Yeah, sometimes it does take a while for it to update, which is annoying.
Yeah. Nobody's watching yet, though, so we're good.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm just trying to get the right name in the title when
Okay.
I link it, is all. So.
All right. How long did you want to go for today?
I don't care. However long. Up to you. You gotta be somewhere?
No, I just had some things I had to take care of at home. So I normally go for like an hour and a half or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll try and do that.
Okay.
Whatever. Share that.
What did you do to my drink?
Don't start that.
Oh, is this a sack of gold?
Well, no, but look in. There's a hole in it. Be careful.
Oh, I see. There's a tear in the side.
Yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy. What do we have here? A bunch of die.
Roll for initiative.
Alright, well, there's
You need a 20.
I think that's... I got a D20 right here. Okay. I got a 5. Let's go. Alright. We roll a D6 for damage. Oh boy. No, I need to roll 2 D6. This is interstitial. Oh boy. I'll take the 6. Nice.
Do you have any other chores?
I'm sorry?
Oh, it's interstitial, you said?
Yes.
Alright, roll 3d6.
Okay.
Rolling for damage. Tweeting it out.
Yeah, I'll do what Matt does, and where with a sniper rifle, no
Only
matter
got
what he
one
does,
more
he gets like
place
2
to-
6s.
Boom. Okay.
Oh shit.
Alright, well. Oh, I don't like that.
A rut-row.
I'm hoping that we're still fine, and then that was just my internet crapping
I
out.
think...
That's what it looks like. I think we're good. Open that up. Watching 0. That's good.
Perfect.
So let's get started. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. There was a little thing that came out yesterday. Did you see that?
I did.
You did?
Yes.
It's a
Something,
bit of an indie movie, I
yes,
think.
Something small, nothing massive.
Nothing massive. I don't think we have audio.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
That's always good.
Yeah.
No audio. Perfect.
I'm just trying to get the... Nope, we've got audio.
Okay, cool.
It's just, my browser isn't working is all, you know?
What happens when you use Firefox?
So, what came out yesterday? Was
something? Trailer for Star Wars Episode 9.
Episode 9?
Yes, Sean.
What's it called?
The Last Skywalker.
No, you're wrong. That's not what it's called.
That's what I want it to be called.
That's what you... It is, though.
Yeah, I know.
It's the last one. The last Skywalker movie. It's called The Rise of Skywalker.
Yes.
That. Have you seen it?
I have.
What'd you think of it?
It's okay. Yes. The boy Palpatine is back.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks okay. I mean...
Does that excite you that Palpatine is back?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it looks good. I mean, I'll be 100% honest. Like, no, like, all joking and everything aside, it actually does look really good. I like how they don't give you too much context as for, like, everything that's happening. I do like that, so it kind of leaves it open for interpretation. I do like that. I think the trailer it looks interesting. It looks good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. I'll definitely go see it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I mean, I'll go see it, because I gotta go see it,
Well, I'm gonna drag you to it. So
well, obviously you are.
you're definitely gonna see it.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any theories about anything in the trailer? Because I've got lots.
Oh, I know you do. I mean, I don't really have like any theories off the top of my head. I don't really like how they're still keeping Leia in there, just from more of like a, Carrie Fisher's gone.
Yeah.
Just,
So, I think you know this, but all those scenes of her in this one are scenes from older movies. I don't know if you picked up on this. You probably didn't, because you don't watch these movies religiously like I do.
Yeah.
But there's a shot in the trailer of Leia and Rey hugging.
Yes.
And that shot, to me, looks identical to the one at the end of The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
There's a shot at the end of The Force Awakens when they get back from Starkiller and Leia and Rey hug. I think it's that scene reused, except they changed the costumes and stuff in editing.
Yeah.
So somehow she's in it. Somehow Palpatine is back. I don't even know. Do you think he's alive, or do you think it's like a Force ghost thing?
I don't know. I mean, with how menacing his laugh was, I'm gonna go with he's probably alive.
Yeah.
I would really like to know how, being that the last time we saw him, he he got thrown down a massive hole.
Yeah.
But
Maul lived.
And that's exactly what I was gonna say. Was Darth Maul, same thing, but he came back half
But he
robot.
got cut in half.
Yeah, he got cut in half. So, but he came back half robot. So
yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I hope they go into some detail on how exactly
They've got to, right? Like, they can't just bring him back and be like, he's back now.
Yeah, well, another one of my friends, he made this kind of interesting observation. He goes... he actually posted it on his Snapchat story.
Oh.
Well, the way he put it was like, that moment when you have to bring back Palpatine because you killed off Snoke and you don't have any villains for your next movie. So, and I knew that would be like, oh, Sean would love that.
Well, no, I 100% agree with it for the most part, except according to the people at Lucasfilm, they're now saying that Palpatine was always the plan for 9. They were always going to bring him back at 9. I think that... Look, I love all these new movies individually.
Yeah.
I'm very vocally and on record saying that I think it is the weakest of the 3 trilogies. And I think coherently from flow to like movie to movie, I think they're weaker than the prequels. At least the prequels story, especially with Palpatine, you can see it charted through the 3 movies of his rise to power.
You can you see it kind of come and go, yeah.
So that's my big problem with Palpatine coming back,
right.
is that, so when we look at the other 6 movies, right? Episode 1, He's the senator from Naboo, and he's kind of like, he turns the Republic on the Chancellor, and he becomes the Chancellor. Episode 2, he gets unlimited power, for lack of a better word. Power. And then episode 3, he strikes, right? In the in the prequels, we see him, each movie, while there's the A-plot, the shadow of Palpatine is felt over the entire trilogy, right? The originals, we hear about the Emperor in the first one. The Emperor is very satisfied with the battle station and all that. And remember, you answer to the Emperor Vader, not the other way around. And then in 5, we see Vader kneel to the Emperor, and we're like, oh, Vader's a badass, and he's kneeling to this guy, so this guy must be like the head honcho. Yeah. And then finally we see him in 6, and he's bzz, you know, he's like a bee. Bee. Bzz, bee. So the point of that is, throughout the other 2 trilogies, while you could say that Palpatine is the main villain of this whole franchise, the Skywalker saga, I mean, his shadow is felt over every other movie, even if he's not in it. Whereas with 7 and 8, I don't feel the shadow of Palpatine at all in either of those.
No, because they did a lot of that illusion there with Snoke. So, to me, and I agree with you, is that, you know, you don't really get a sense of Palpatine in any of these films, and then you just end with 9, it's like, oh, Palpatine's back. It's like, okay, why? Yeah. You know, like, why the sudden, you know, all of a sudden, is he back? Why did they bring him back, and, like, how is he still alive, you know? And it's like, how, there's so many questions of why and how, and just why. It's like, you know, so I hope they answer that in the movie, or, you know, if they release another trailer, maybe that gives some more insight, but
I don't think we're going to get another trailer until
probably not
October.
Yeah, because it comes out on Christmas, right?
The 20th, I think. So around there.
Okay, because I mean the trailer said this Christmas, so I would assume that it would be around Christmas time.
Yeah, it's they're trying to take that December spot, unless you're Solo, I guess. Then you get thrown into May, and one of the biggest Mays we've ever had.
Yeah, like, and then you just get pub stomped by every other movie. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm wondering, my idea of where the plot could go, right? And this is just off of the last 2 movies and what we saw in this 2-minute trailer, where half of it is one scene of Rey in the desert. I'm wondering if maybe that's where the Knights of Ren have been in the last 2. Okay. They've been off looking for... They're sent off by Snoke to look for whatever Palpatine is related to the movie, like whether it's some sort of artifact or if it's actually him. Right. And they come back and they're like, hey, Snoke, we got oh my god, why is everything on fire?
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah. And
what happened?
I kind of think if I were writing it, thank god I don't. It'd read like bad fan fiction. Or good fan fiction. You never know.
Yeah.
I would have Hux and the Knights of Ren turn on Kylo in like in the sense of they don't like Kylo's ruling, so they try to bring back Palpatine to take Snoke's place. Okay. And they're like, hey, we get Palpatine and he'll kill Kylo and then everything will be good. But yeah, that's kind of what I think. I think there's going to be like 3 sides to this, right? Right. I think there's going to be the good guys, the Resistance. There's going to be the bad guys with like the First Order and Hux and the Knights of Ren. And then I think there's going to be, and Palpatine on that side. I think there's going to be Kylo. I think Kylo's just going to be on his own, like trying to figure out what the hell he's doing. Right. And everybody's going to be trying to kill Kylo. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I could get behind that just because of the fact that, you know, he has kind of gone AWOL, so I could get behind that. I mean, you know, it's a viable theory.
We've only seen 2 minutes, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 2 minutes of it, so there's not really much you can go off of. I mean, you know, but then there are those people
like me.
Exactly.
I freeze framed that shit last night.
Yes, I know.
I know some things.
Do you?
Well, so I saw somebody on Twitter posted in episode 7, there's that flashback to when Rey was dropped on Jakku, and that ship that is flying away that we assume are her parents or whatever. There's a shot in the trailer of like a ship. It almost looks like it's underwater, but I don't think it is. I think it's just like the planet they're on. Yeah. And it's flying to this new city on this new planet we've never seen on. And they compared the back of that ship to the back of the ship from The Force Awakens. It looks like it's the same ship.
Oh my goodness.
I also freeze framed there's a scene of like an A-wing flying by on fire. In the background you can see a Star Destroyer. But it is a Imperial Star Destroyer, not a First Order one. Okay. So I think that's a flashback. So it looks like they're going to be doing some flashbacks. Luke will be in this one in some extent, as we heard his voice, and some of those were new lines. Some of those were, I think they were re-recorded for this, but some of them, like No One's Ever Really Gone, is from The Last Jedi. Yeah. When he's talking to Leia, so who knows? We got 8 months. Yeah. Endgame's first, and then of course a bunch of other stuff. Spider-Man.
And, I mean, of course, tomorrow. Oh. We have the first episode of Game of Thrones Season 8 tomorrow. So that is hype. Big.
So what's our plan with that? Have you talked to Matt?
I have, but he said that he's like, I have no problem hosting it at my house, but I have nowhere for anybody to sit comfortably.
I could bring these chairs.
Well, my thing is then it's because at my house I have my TV in my living room. I mean, I have HBO on my PS4, so I can bring that down and do that. Yeah. But then I would also have to see if my mom would be cool with that, because since it's HBO now, I think it'd be an hour after it premieres.
Actually, okay, I don't know about HBO now. I have HBO Go. Yeah. And when I went to watch Barry last week, Barry airs at 10 o'clock. Yeah. And it was on HBO Go at 10:01. Okay. So I'm pretty sure with HBO Go, HBO Now, all those things, it's on.
Okay, yeah.
But even then, we won't be able to watch it. If we watch it together, it would be at least an hour after it started. Because you work.
Well, yeah, Matt and I, we work Sunday nights. Exactly. Depending on what time we get home.
And the show starts at 9.
Yeah, so either way, we'd have to wait, an hour after. So then
and I have no problem with that.
I mean, I don't have a problem either. It's just my thing is that, I would have to see if it'd be cool with my mom, because it's
And you guys are, of course, welcome here, but...
Yeah, it's
it's a drive.
Well, that's the only thing. It's it's living room, my mom's room, and then we do have a TV downstairs in our basement that, if I could talk to my mom, be like, yo, is it cool if I just move it upstairs real quick or whatever for this? I'm sure she wouldn't mind, but the only issue then would be I would have nowhere really to put it in my room where we could all sit comfortably. I'd have to move some stuff around, but
well, we'll talk to Matt about it later.
We'll work something out. We could have asked him about it here, but
well, yeah.
That didn't happen.
Calling him out. Shots fired. Pew 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 pew. Exactly. Who's gonna take the Iron Throne? Easy question first.
I feel like there's gonna be some contention between Jon and Daenerys, only because Jon still, as far as we know, he still doesn't know. What?
Oh, that's just Jon and Daenerys.
Oh, wow.
Anyways,
well, because Jon still doesn't know who he really is, but I feel realistically speaking, even when he does find out, he's not going to want to take it. Just because
he doesn't want the Iron Throne.
No,
I think it's going to get thrust on him.
It will, but I feel like even if he does, if they're take it, he'll be like, no. Yeah. I don't want it, because I don't see... I view Jon as a character, as somebody that people can really rally behind, but I don't view him as someone who would be yes, I want to be, the king and rule, I want the Iron Throne. Because he's never wanted that. I mean, even if you go back to season 1, all he just wanted to go, he wanted to be in the Night's Watch. And so he did, but then it's then he got pretty much groomed, and then he got Lord Commander, and then, well, know where that went.
Now he's the king in the North.
Now he's the king in the North, so it's all these things have been kind of thrusted upon him. Yeah. But it's not even when they were doing the election for the new Lord Commander,
He didn't want it.
He didn't want it.
No.
Sam was the one who spoke for him, and then everybody voted for him. So he was like, okay.
But do you think that once he finds out who he is, that he is in fact, spoilers, Aegon Targaryen?
Yeah.
That he'll feel a sense of duty to the name?
Because he's very much like Ned Stark, and he's very honor bound.
Because the throne is his, by right.
By right, it is his. I mean, it wasn't even Dany's brothers, which I don't even remember his name.
Viserys.
Yeah, Viserys. Yeah, it wasn't even his.
The only people that would have been before him was his older brother.
Yeah, and he died, right?
They were murdered.
Yes.
Those were the two that by the mountain.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it'll be a very like conflicting point for him, just because he'll be like, he's lived his entire life knowing that he's Jon Snow, and he's like, oh, I'm just Ned Stark's bastard son or whatever. But it's really, it's like, you're not. You're a Targaryen. Don't have the obvious features.
Blonde hair,
the silver hair, and stuff like that. It's like, you're not, but really, you're the next in line.
You're the rightful heir.
You're the rightful heir of the throne. Yeah. Considering the fact that all the people who ruled before you, from Robert Baratheon,
they were usurpers.
Yeah, they were usurpers. None of them. I mean, Stannis was not it.
Stannis never took the throne.
Well, no, but he claimed he was, but he was not.
Yeah. Okay. Other people that have claimed.
Oh yeah, the throne. Joffrey was not. Tommen was not.
Joffrey wasn't even the rightful heir
of anything.
Like, he wasn't Robert's kid. Like,
no, none of them were. Tommen wasn't. Marcella wasn't. All three children that Cersei had were not Robert's children.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that it took people so long to figure that out, because it's like, they're very obvious features.
It's like Ned says in season 1 when he's reading the book. He's like, Robert Baratheon, black of hair, brown of eyes. Yeah. Somebody, the entire line, black of hair, brown of eyes.
That's like when you figure it out. I mean, I kind of figured, when I first watched it, first time.
Joffrey, and you're like, that's not his kid.
Oh, no, I looked at that, I was like, there's no way that's Joffrey's
There's no way
son.
any of those are.
No, yeah, I was like, and looking at all of them, it's like, there's no way.
There's no way any of you are.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, because there have been a lot of people, like a lot of theories, obviously, of like who's going to do what and whatnot. The one theory that makes me really uncomfortable was that picture of Jon Snow where he's a White Walker. That makes me super uncomfortable. But Matt was telling me the theory behind that was, and it's a kind of an interesting theory, but you know how like in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies there always has to be like a Davy Jones, essentially.
So you think there always has to be a Night King?
Yeah, and that's what Matt was saying. This theory was, he watched like a video about it. He goes, there always has to be a Night King. So what happens is Jon defeats the Night King, but since there always has to be a Night King, he's going to take over the role and then lead the army of the dead back north beyond the wall, and that's how it's going to end. But on one hand, I could really see that happening, but on the other hand, I really don't want that to happen.
That would also be a very clever ending, though.
It would be. I think it would.
And it would work.
I mean, yeah, it could work. I would just be very upset if that happened.
Yeah, no, I feel
Jon Snow is so much of a likable character. But then again, that, Game of Thrones is famous for
doing that.
Doing that. Like, hey, you have a character you really like? Okay, yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
They're dead. So...
do you think there's any chance the show ends, Daenerys is on the Iron Throne, and Jon Snow is King of the North?
Yeah,
I think that see that. They could split it up?
I think they could, yeah. I would like to see that. That'd be interesting. I would like to see the show end on like a really kind of like happy note.
Oh, that's never gonna happen.
But that's the thing, is that Game of Thrones is a show that is very unforgiving. So I am very strongly convinced that it won't happen that way. So it's not going to end on like a note of, hey, Daenerys finally gets what she's been, fighting for 7 seasons. It's like she gets the Iron Throne. Jon kind of lives up to his name or whatever. But
let's play a game real quick. I just remembered this.
A game.
I found this. It's a Game of Thrones Season 8 predictions list. Okay?
Oh, is it? Okay.
So, let's start... let's just go down this list.
I accidentally scraped one of the springs on there.
You're good. So, who do you think is going to be the king of the Iron Throne? Or ruler. The ruler of the Iron Throne.
Okay. Is there like a...
There's a list of characters. So let's
Okay, because I was gonna say.
let's go down characters first and see who's alive and who's dead.
Alright.
There's a list of characters here. Daenerys Targaryen, alive or dead?
Definitely alive.
Alive?
Obviously.
I think so too. Jon Snow, alive or dead?
Well, technically he did die, but he's still alive.
Okay. Arya Stark, alive or dead?
She's alive.
No, I mean like by the end of this.
Oh, by the end?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. By the end, John. Okay.
Daenerys. Let's go back to the beginning.
Okay.
By the
Sorry,
end of this,
I thought you meant
Daenerys.
like if they're
Oh,
actually
no.
alive. I'm like every single person you've listed off
Yeah.
is still alive. Boy. Daenerys. I think she'll live.
I think so too. Jon.
I think he's gonna die.
I think he's gonna die as well. Arya.
I'm still confused. I'm not confused on that one. I'm just. I don't know. I really don't.
I think she's dead.
I think she might die too. Yeah.
Sansa. I think she lives.
I think she definitely lives.
Bran, died.
Yeah, I want him to die realistically.
Cersei, dead.
Oh, I think she definitely dies.
Jaime, I think dead.
I think he might live.
You think he's gonna live?
I think he
I
might
want
live.
him to live. I think he's gonna die because I want him to live.
I think he might live, honestly.
Okay. Tyrion.
I think he's gonna live.
Yeah. Brienne of Tarth.
I think she'll still live.
I think if Jaime lives, she dies.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I think she dies.
But if Jaime dies, she lives, kind of like a fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Melisandre.
I think she might die.
I don't think we're gonna see her again.
Honestly, because the last time we saw her was she rode off south, and that was kind of it.
Or she's gonna come in clutch like the Eagles at the end of Lord of the Rings.
Honestly, that would be kind of interesting.
Varys.
I think he lives because he's a very conniving man, so
Yeah.
he'll find a way to live. He'll probably side with the Night King.
Samwell Tarly.
I think he lives. I think
Sam does.
I think Sam's honestly gonna live, but he's gonna come in kind of clutch like Melisandre. I think he'll come in.
What? If Jon dies, he lives.
Yeah.
I don't think they could kill both of them.
No.
Gilly, his wife, or girlfriend, or whatever. I think she lives. I don't think we're gonna see her again.
Honestly, yeah, I think she'll probably live.
Baby
yeah.
Sam, I think he's gonna be fine. I don't think they're gonna
he'll
kill
be
his
okay.
kid. Drogon.
Oh, who? I don't know because she already lost one of them. I think he'll live.
Rhaegal. I think he's gonna live as well. By the way.
Yeah.
Rhaegal.
Honestly, I think he might die, and I think it'll just be Drogon, which is the strongest one.
I think Drogon's gonna be. Daenerys is gonna ride Drogon.
Yeah.
I think Rhaegal's gonna get ridden by Jon, and I think they're both gonna die.
Okay.
Rhaegal and Jon.
Okay.
Viserion as the White.
I think.
You think they kill him? They have to, right?
I think they would kill him. Honestly, it would be really interesting if they found a way to reverse it and then bring him back. I think that'd be really cool.
Or if Jon does become the new Night King, he goes back north with the army, but he brings Viserion and now a white Rhaegal with him.
Okay.
Who knows? He's probably gonna die. They're probably gonna have to kill him.
They have to.
Euron Greyjoy.
I would like him to die.
Yeah, me too.
He's a pain in the ass.
Yara Greyjoy.
I think she lives.
I think she lives. Lyanna Mormont. I think she lives.
Oh yeah, she's fine.
Qyburn. He's gotta die.
I think Qyburn dies.
Sadistic motherfucker.
But I like his character though. I think he's
weird. Isn't he Slughorn? No, he's not. No, I'm wrong. The Mountain.
Well, the Mountain's already dead.
But like Zombie Mountain.
Zombie Mountain. I don't know. I think he'll be okay. I would really think it'd be interesting if in this new season he actually speaks, because you know how they say he takes like a holy vow of silence. Yes. I think it'd be really cool if they did like some more with him, because there's not really much else.
Well, I think we're gonna get something when the Mountain fights the next person on this list.
The Hound. I think that'd be an interesting showdown.
They have to. Clegane Bowl has to happen.
Clegane Bowl will happen.
Does the Hound live?
I think he lives.
Yeah, I think so too. Theon? I think Theon dies.
I would get rid of him already.
Get rid of Jorah Mormont definitely dies.
I think he does.
Bronn? If Bronn dies...
Jorah Mormont has to die because he's coming back and he's going to be Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
So he's going to die. It's kind of like the theory of...
Or Jorah Mormont is just Bruce Wayne. Hundreds of years in the future.
Oh my god, he's a medieval Bruce Wayne. Love it. In the friend zone indefinitely.
Bronn?
Bronn can't die. He has to get his
die.
castle. Come on. If he doesn't get his castle at the end of season 8, the entire show's a waste of time.
He's gonna die before he gets that castle.
He's gonna crawl. He's gonna get into
Bron's
his castle and then die.
I think Bron's gonna die because that's the most heartbreaking death they could give us.
Honestly, well, I mean, there are like Jon Snow or Daenerys would be very heartbreaking.
Because like,
if I'll be honest, if Jon dies, I'll be really like,
I'll be upset.
I'll be upset. But then again, I could also be like, I could have kind of seen this coming. But
exactly.
If they kill off Bronn,
like, there's no reason to.
If they kill off Bronn, I'm gonna find George R.R. Martin and rip his beard off.
Because if you're killing Bronn, you're killing him to kill him. Like,
oh yeah.
The other ones, I understand why you kill them.
Yeah, like, like Jon could make like some sacrifice.
Exactly.
Or whatever. Daenerys could die fighting what she believed in or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like,
With Bronn, it's because he wants a castle, right?
Exactly. That's all he ever wanted. He just wanted a castle.
He dies defending his castle.
Yes.
From an army of White Walkers on his own. He kills all of them. It's like Saint 14 in Destiny.
There you go. They love him so much they give him his own shrine in his castle.
Grey Worm.
I think he dies.
You think so?
Yeah.
Missandei? I think so too, by the way.
Yeah.
Missandei dies too?
No, I think she lives.
Oh, okay. Beric Dondarrion. I think
he probably lives.
He probably lives. I don't think they're gonna show what happens to him.
No.
I think it's gonna be implied he lives, but we won't ever see him die either.
Yeah.
The Night King. Well, we think it's gonna be Jon.
So I mean, there's that theory, but then again, I mean, realistically, you're like, oh, I'd like to see the Night King die.
So is the Night King Bran? Are we gonna find that out?
There's a lot of theories behind that.
I think it's Bran.
What was it? I saw this video. It was, I think it was like an IGN like comments thing. It was the actor who plays Varys and the actor who plays Bran, and they showed that picture, the one where it's like the side by side facial comparisons between the Night King and Bran.
Uh-huh.
And the actor
and
the actor who plays Varys is like, you shut your face. This is not true. That does not happen or whatever. It's really funny. So I don't know if he's just saying that because it's true or he's saying that like,
I think he's a fan and he doesn't know.
Exactly, yeah. Because I think
I have something about fans and not knowing. Just really quick. There was a video on HBO's YouTube. It was like Game of Thrones, the cast remembering or something.
Yeah, they did a lot of those for all the characters.
Yeah. And the Hound said that he did his bit for the Red Wedding, but didn't read the script for the rest of it. So he watched it as it came out.
Yeah,
was like, no.
Yeah, I watched that same video. Yeah, he watched it as he's like, I read my bit, just did my part. But then when I went home and I watched it that night, he was like, oh my god, like.
Yeah.
And I think it's really interesting how the characters of the show are also fans of the show. Like they go and they watch it too.
Oh
like, I believe. What was it? There was an interview with Richard Madden recently. They're like, "Are you gonna watch season 8 of Game of Thrones?" He's like, "Of course I am."
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm gonna be at home on my couch watching it." And they were like, and they asked him, they were like, "Who would you like to see rule the Iron Throne?" And he goes, "I'd like to see Jon and Daenerys, you know, like do like a co-ruling or something." I thought that was pretty cool. But
I like Rose Leslie is like, "Don't tell me anything" to Kit Harington.
I also thought it was
married.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny. Did you watch any of when they hosted SNL?
Oh yeah.
So
How
funny.
are we gonna pay for the stuff when you're done?
Yeah. What are we gonna do for money? That was so funny. He's like Rose. He's like, I'm sorry, I can't tell you. Oh no, I'm not a nerd.
No.
That was so.
I can't tell you how the show ends. I'm not a nerd. I just want to know how we're gonna pay.
What are
for
we
things.
going to do for money? That was really funny. I watched it.
You're gonna have to get a job to support my art.
Yeah, right. That was good.
Davos Seaworth. I think he dies.
I think he does too.
I'm gonna be sad. Podrick Payne. Podrick can't die because the prostitutes will die to defend him.
Exactly. He'll have an army of hookers.
Tormund.
I think he dies.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he dies.
Okay, now that we've established who lives and who dies, who's gonna rule the Iron Throne? Daenerys.
Yeah, I'd say she rules it.
Does she have a spouse or anything?
No. I think because the thing is that like there have been a few times like when she was ruling Marine, she was going to marry that one dude, but then that never really went through. I mean, then again, he dies. But
if Jon dies, I don't think she marries.
No, I don't
else.
think she'll ever actually marry anyone. Because I think that's the way they'll end it. Is just like the way they end the show is just she rules and that's it.
Okay, Lord or Lady of the North at Winterfell. I think it's gonna be Sansa.
I think it will be Sansa.
Do you think she's gonna marry anybody? You think she's gonna marry Theon? Theon's got to marry his sister. Remember?
No, yeah. You know somebody who haven't really heard much else about. Dario Naharis.
He's not coming back.
I don't think he is
Who
coming
might come back is Robert Baratheon's bastard.
Oh, well, yeah, because at the end of season 7
he was running.
Yeah.
He had to row, get back to the wall.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh, God.
I don't remember his
I
name.
actually don't remember his name.
He might marry Sansa.
Maybe.
Casterly Rock, I think Tyrion's gonna.
I think Tyrion will finally get it, yeah.
The Eyrie.
Well, Baelish is dead.
Yeah. Maybe Varys gets the Eyrie?
Maybe. But, I mean, as far as we know,
And does Tyrion marry anybody if he gets Casterly Rock? I don't think so. I don't think.
No.
I can't think of anybody.
Well, Robin is still alive, so he would rule the Eyrie.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he didn't die.
Okay, then Robin rules the Eyrie. River Run. Maybe Arya gets River Run?
Maybe. Because the Tullys are all kind of dead.
Yeah.
The Freys are dead. So I wouldn't be surprised if Arya takes it. But
did
then
the
again,
last Tully die? Edmure?
well, no, Edmure was still alive. But remember, because that's when Blackfish took what was left of like the Tully forces, and he was holding up that castle.
Oh, yeah.
And then Edmure, they let him in, and he's like, "Oh, lay down your arms. Your lord gave an order, whatever." And then the Blackfish dies fighting. So Edmure is still alive.
Yeah.
But he's still married to that Frey girl.
Oh. But wouldn't he still get River Run?
I think he will, because he is the rightful heir to it. Because he's. So I think he would get it. Yeah. Okay. I don't really see. I was gonna say I don't really see Arya ruling anything.
No.
Storm's End. I don't know, because that was mainly kind of.
That was Baratheon's place, right?
That was Renly's place. Yeah.
So maybe Robert's bastard gets it.
Maybe I think so.
And maybe he marries Arya.
Maybe.
Highgarden. Well, the Tyrells are dead.
Yeah, all the Tyrells are dead.
I don't know. I couldn't even begin to think about who
I
gets.
couldn't tell you who gets that.
Sunspear. Oh, that's the Dorne. Don't they still rule?
Well, no, because remember the Martells, the mom, and then it was like the last daughter. Cersei locks him down in that cage and whatever, and she uses the same poison that they used on Marcella.
I can't even begin to pretend.
Same with those.
Imagine.
Well, because it's like,
who would rule
the Martells and the Tyrells are both gone. Yeah. So who's gonna take over?
Maybe Highgarden and Dorne are absorbed into.
Maybe.
I don't know. The Iron Islands. I think Yara's gonna rule.
Definitely.
Dragonstone. Maybe Missandei.
Maybe if she lives.
I don't know.
But I don't really see Missandei really being like a ruler. I see her more as like a advisor.
I don't know who would rule Dragonstone. Maybe no. Davos is gonna die. Okay.
If Davos doesn't die, I could see him being
Dragonstone.
Yeah, because that's where Stannis was. Yeah. So I could see him. That's like I could see Daenerys being like, "This is like your home. You take it." But then again, I also wouldn't be surprised if Davos just goes, kind of looks at it, like he looks at it and he's like
onions.
Yeah. He just looks at it and it just reminds him of like Stannis, Shireen, the Red Woman, everything that kind of went bad in his life, and just goes, no,
I'm good.
So I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, we're on to the next session of the season 8 predictions. Who kills Cersei? Now there's 3 options here: Jaime, Tyrion, or other. Who do you think kills Cersei?
I don't think Tyrion.
No.
Jaime would be interesting, but I don't.
Can Jaime kill her?
I don't think he could, because then again, at the end of season 7, he leaves King's Landing.
He leaves, but he didn't kill. Like, I don't know.
I don't see him killing Cersei. Not because of their relationship. Well, I mean, just because of their relationship. Yeah. It's like I don't see him going and being like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then killing her. No, I don't see that happening at all. I would have to say other, and if I have to say someone who kills her,
maybe Arya.
I mean, either Arya
or Sansa.
Arya, maybe Sansa finally spills blood, or honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if like Cersei kills herself. To be honest,
that's true. I wouldn't be surprised either. Pregnancy.
Well, isn't Cersei already pregnant?
She said she was, but we don't know if that's true.
Well, yeah.
So there's 3 options: Dany, Cersei, and Sansa. I think Dany's pregnant.
I definitely think.
I think Dany's pregnant with Jon's kid.
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised about that. Cersei, we're still kind of on the fence with. Sansa, I don't think she's pregnant. I don't think so.
Who wins Clegane Bowl? The Hound or the Mountain? It's got to be the Hound.
It has to be the Hound.
Who becomes a White?
Ooh.
Jon.
Okay. What are the options there?
There's none. It's just fill in 5 spots.
Okay, so top 5 people who we think would become a White.
John is number
John.
one. Who else do we say dies? Maybe Bran. Maybe Bran dies, becomes the Night King.
Yeah, so there's Bran, so that's two. What if Littlefinger becomes a white?
What if Ned Stark comes back? Do you think they'd bring back any of the old characters as
Well,
white?
Ned Stark really can't come back because he's
beheaded.
He's beheaded, but also he's just bones.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, there are some like skeletal things in the Army of the Dead, but it's like.
But Ned Stark might come back.
I don't think he'd come back.
Who else?
Benjen Stark.
Ooh.
Because remember, he said the Night King or one of the White Walkers stabbed him, and he was like beginning the transformation, and then the children stopped him. I wouldn't be surprised if Benjen Stark comes back as a White Walker, or a White,
I think Rhaegal becomes a White.
Okay.
With John.
Yeah. So that's like 4 now. I
maybe
think.
Euron.
No.
I don't think Euron's gonna be involved. Like, I don't think a lot of the characters are even gonna be involved. I wouldn't be surprised if we dealt with the White problem, but
wait a minute.
with the White Walkers by like halfway through the season, and the rest of it was all about Cersei and King's Landing.
I wouldn't be surprised with that either. I feel like that's what they're gonna end it off with.
Yeah.
Is that?
That's all I've got for that.
Okay.
I think we made some predictions, and we'll find out in the next 6 weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
Shazam?
Yeah, so it's been a little while since Shazam came out, but
actually, it just came out for them.
Oh, right, because we saw it
We saw it 2 weeks early, I think. So yes, Shazam, maybe last week it came out.
Yeah.
It came out on the 5th. Yeah, so that was last week. And we saw it like the 23rd.
Yeah, we did. So we saw it early.
Yeah.
Shazam was good.
I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I mean, it definitely felt more of like a kid film, to be honest. I liked it. There were some things that I have some kind of
issues with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I like Zachary Levi. He did a good job, but I do agree with you on your like take on that.
I thought Asher Angel was better.
Yeah, I thought he was. All really Zachary Levi was, he was just kind of there for like comedic relief, essentially.
Yeah, and to punch things.
Yeah, comedic relief and to punch things and
to
be the guy in the suit. I do have to say, because I remember like months ago when we saw like footage, or not footage, just set photos of him in the suit. At first I was like, I'm not really too big on the suit, but then in the movie it works.
Oh, he looks good in the movie. Yeah, it works.
My issue mainly was just it's like, I don't know. I just looked at it from like the standpoint of like you look at like Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, like Henry Cavill, all these people who are getting prepared for these roles, like Chris Hemsworth or whatever, Chris Evans, they get like super bulked, and do it, and then they have like the costume on him or whatever. I felt like it was kind of cheating with Zachary Levi because they put him in this muscle suit. Yeah, I mean, granted, he's still got like jacked and ripped for it and everything.
He could still beat the shit out of both of us.
Well, obviously, without a doubt. But he just doesn't. I don't know. I just felt like I don't know. It would have been a little more authentic if he just got really, really.
I wish Billy Batson had been swole.
Who knows?
Maybe in Shazam 2.
He's a bodybuilder.
But in Philly, he could go fight Rocky. But
he's too old.
No, but this takes place. This is a reboot of Rocky I'm talking about.
No, it would be unnecessary, like a third Creed movie.
Oh, you can't say that. Have you seen the second one or the first one?
I haven't seen either one.
You have to watch that.
But I don't know. I mean, it was a good movie. I liked it. I mean, I don't really have like too much to say on it. I mean, it was good.
It was fine. Yeah. I liked Aquaman more.
Between those two, definitely. Like some of my friends, they asked me, they're like, "What do you think?" And I was like, "I would watch Aquaman over that."
The only thing is, I think Aquaman's a little long.
Aquaman is quite long.
It's 2.5 hours, right?
Yeah. There are a lot of parts in it that are kind of flat, and that if they took them out, I think it would be fine. I think the movie would do much better.
Yeah.
But
I just enjoyed
between
Aquaman
the two.
more.
Yeah, I think Aquaman was a lot more enjoyable. I think I don't know. It carried the story a lot better, and I think there's just more to really like grab your attention with besides like Shazam. Because Shazam, it's like there are parts of the movie where it's kind of stagnant almost. It's just kind of like, all right.
I didn't love Mark Strong as Savannah.
I like Mark Strong as an actor. I really do.
Yeah.
I think he's a phenomenal actor, but I think as Savannah, he just kind of fell off the rails.
He was he was super generic bad guy, and they tried really hard with him too. They wrote a lot of good backstory, but the performance didn't match the writing.
No, it didn't. I mean, and there are a lot of scenes where I feel like this wasn't supposed to be more of like a serious movie, like the scene when they're having their final fight scene, and it's like,
yeah, I actually really like that scene.
That scene's really funny to me because it's like they're like a mile apart, and
I will destroy. I can't hear.
He's like, what are you doing some bad guy monologue speech right now? Because I can't hear you.
I can't hear.
I think it's a good movie. I think it's done really well.
What would you rate it?
Out of 10, I'd probably give it like a 7.5 and 8, just because there's some like things here and there that I could just kind of like pick out and be like, well, I didn't like this. I wasn't really a big fan of that. But overall, I mean, I thought it was a really good movie, and I definitely, if somebody's like, should I go see it? I'd be like, oh yeah, definitely go see it. It's a good movie.
Yeah. I'll give it an 8.
Yeah.
An 8 does not reflect how much I enjoyed it. It reflects how good of a movie I think
exactly.
It is. Because I think it's a very well-made movie.
Oh, it's phenomenally made.
I didn't love it, to be honest. If I were rating how much I personally enjoyed it, I'd probably put 7.5 or 7.
Yeah.
But
that's why I said like 7.5, yeah.
So
we're kind of in agreement on how we felt of the movie.
Yeah, it was fine. I'd watch another one. Yeah. If they did another one, I think they are. There's
that, yeah, and there's
Black
also
Adam,
with a lot of rumors of Dwayne the Rock Johnson playing Black Adam. Which my only fear with that is whenever the Rock plays any role, it's the exact same thing every time, and I don't want to see him take on a role like Black Adam, which a lot of people they're like, we want Black Adam in the cinematic universe. I don't want to see Dwayne the Rock Johnson take it and then just do his usual acting
thing with it. So what's next for the DCEU? The worlds of DC. Joker's coming out this year, but that's not related to these movies. So the next movie in this universe, I guess, is Birds of Prey next February.
Yes.
Which and then after that is Wonder Woman.
Yes.
And I think that's all we know about.
Yeah. I mean,
Flash is supposedly happening, but who knows?
The Flash is just going to wind up being Ezra Miller running the camera, doing all the editing and doing the acting and everything. He's going to
play all the characters.
He's going to be a one-man band because
one-man band.
That movie just keeps getting worse and worse, and I'm not going to be surprised if eventually they just
I don't think it's going to happen.
They're just going to call him and be like, look,
they're going to recast him.
They're definitely.
He's getting older.
Well, that and it's also like,
he was fine in Justice League.
I mean, he was fine, but it's like it's just been so long with nothing happening.
Yeah.
That eventually I wouldn't be surprised if they just abandon the project and go, we're going to make a movie but not with you.
Yeah. Because they've got to do Flash eventually, but they don't need him.
No, I mean, I'm sure they could choose anybody else.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. There's just so much, like, going wrong with it that what they should do is just clean the slate, start over, recast, and be like, look, here's what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. Sorry, Ezra. We appreciate it. You were great. You're done. Sorry, we're moving on from you.
We're moving on.
Yeah. I don't know. But I mean, as far as Birds of Prey goes, we got like a little teaser.
Yeah, of the costumes and stuff.
Yeah, and that's about it. I mean, I'm excited for the movie, don't get me wrong.
Ewan McGregor's in it.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting.
Yeah, and then Margot Robbie's coming back as Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
So that'll be good. And I've been hearing a lot, too, with James Gunn's Suicide Squad, which will be called The Suicide Squad.
Which is 2021?
Yes.
Yeah.
Viola Davis is coming back. I forget the guy's name.
Almost everybody's coming back, but Will Smith and Jared Leto.
Pretty much. Well, unfortunately, because one of them was the worst part of the movie, and the other one was one of the best parts of the movie. But
which one was which?
Well, it's very obvious.
Okay.
Will Smith was
the worst part.
No,
I'm kidding.
Jared Leto was a shit Joker.
I would have liked to see him get one more try at it, but I didn't like him in.
No, I didn't like him at all
Suicide
because
Squad.
he doesn't. To me, he didn't fit really the persona of Joker, because with Jared Leto's Joker, he seemed more like a glorified 8-bit gangster that's just got mental issues, when the Joker isn't really like that.
No.
Like the whole fancy car and like the gold-plated like
Damage tattooed on his forehead.
Yeah, the whole gold-plated AK and just the whole chains being in the nightclub. That's not the Joker.
No,
that
he's
is
fancier
not
than that.
No, well, he's fancier than that.
He's got some style.
He's got some style, but the Joker isn't really someone who also has like materialistic kind of things. No,
he's
not somebody
about the money.
Yeah, it's about making a statement. Exactly, and that's like the perfect example.
Yeah.
He has all that money and he just burns it.
Well, half of it, his half.
Well, his half, exactly. But it's like, but still, it's like the Joker, Jared Leto's Joker would have been like, okay, I'm gonna use this and buy a bunch of flashy crap. Yeah, exactly, and then
I'm gonna buy Disney with this money.
Good luck. Maybe buy some better acting classes, Jared Leto. Wow. I just didn't like his take, and then it's like it's like, you know, the classic Joker smile. He has it tattooed on his hand, and he just goes like that.
What do you think of Joker?
I'm still on the fence about it.
You're still on the fence. I'm 100% sold.
I know you are. You've been sold on it since they announced.
Yeah, I love Joaquin Phoenix.
I'll have to see more. Will I go see it? Probably.
Yeah.
Do I like the trailer? Oh yeah. It looks like a good trailer. I'm just still kind of on the fence about it.
Smile, blow your heart.
Yes, I know you've seen that trailer like 1,000 times. You could
times.
probably completely act it out in charades.
Many times.
Okay, Palpatine.
Power.
Sound like you pulled
Execute Order 66.
Whoa.
Anakin. Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Vader. Emperor, what is it? Would you like to come over for bingo tonight?
Emperor Palpatine
I'm hunting
didn't
down Skywalker. I know, but I'm
bring
lonely.
him too. We need a third player for bingo.
We're going to have a family bingo night. I made you, and you made Luke.
And I'm making pizza rolls.
I'm making
just
mac and cheese, and you can't stop me. Unlimited mac and cheese.
That's how episode 9 ends. Is Palpatine is just, he's been living in a vat of Kraft mac and cheese. And he's just like, he just comes out, it's just cheese lightning. The cheesiest.
I've got a meme for you about them finding Palpatine.
But yeah. I don't know, but then Idris Elba was supposed to take over Deadshot. But then apparently
this is the whole gang finding Palpatine.
Nice.
Oh my god.
I've seen actually the original of that, and it's very terrifying. No, but then it's like I heard Idris Elba was supposed to come in and play Deadshot, but then now supposedly he has a role in the movie, but it's not Deadshot, so they still don't have someone to play Deadshot.
Well, they don't. Well, Will Smith is still going to play him. They're just not going to have Deadshot in this one. They're saving the role for him to come back at some point later on.
Because from what I heard was James Gunn is supposed to be like the Suicide Squad is what it's called. It's supposed to be like an almost completely total reboot.
It's like a reboot sequel. It's a new team.
Yeah.
Well, they said it was a new team, and now everybody's coming back apparently.
Yeah. There have been a lot of rumors that they might have Dave Bautista come in and play Bane. I've heard some stuff.
Yeah, he
would
make a good Bane.
He would make a good Bane.
I kind of want to see him opposite Batman though.
Yeah. I think he would be, but from what I heard, it would be like a more like comic accurate Bane, not Tom Hardy's Bane. So like with the mask and the hoses and everything.
And he's like this drug lord from South America. Yeah. He's cool in the comics. He's very smart in the comics.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Tom Hardy's Bane was smart, but he was also a pawn to. What's her name? Is it Mariam Cotillard who plays?
I think so. Yeah.
Talia al Ghul in that movie. Good movie.
Yeah, Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah. Ra's al Ghul. One of us must be in the wreckage. The flames rise higher.
Yes.
Let's see. What time is it? It's 1:25. So we're not going to be here when the Fallen Order panel starts. So that's not something to think about. That's at 2:30. So
yeah.
you want to talk about this?
Sure. So
This
okay.
is, I don't know if the stream isn't up to date, but
it's fine.
This is Spider-Man City at War issue number 1. I picked it up from my local comic book shop the other day. If you want to check it out.
Yeah. So from what you were telling me, this is you said it's from like the new like run or whatever, so like Gamerverse or whatever.
Yeah.
Rise Up. So this is pretty much like the PS4 Spider-Man game that came out. This is essentially the comic issue.
Yeah, so they're doing like a 5-part comic book.
Yeah.
About the game. It's going to be the game story, and then they're going to fill in like background.
Yeah.
Background characters and stuff. And this is going to launch into a larger universe of Marvel characters that takes place in the PS4 games world.
Oh, did you see in the back? There's the cover art for
number 2. I think it's on sale next week or maybe
next 4/17/19.
4/17. That's that's Wednesday.
That is Wednesday. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I think that's actually really interesting because if it gives a little more like insight into the backstory of the game.
Where do they? I think. I'm trying to find the actual stuff they added.
Like you said, there's that one scene between like it's like Miles.
Yeah. So we actually see the beginning of the Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Trying to wear the suit without Peter.
Yeah.
Which in the game you walk in and it's already in motion.
Yeah.
But it's this. You see the beginning of that. You see Miles and his dad on their way to the Shocker, robbing the bank, which is a mission you do in
the game.
You see... No, you played that. You played that as...
So a lot of it is just from the game, but put into the comics, and then from that, it just...
It kind of adds to it.
Yeah, they add to it. They give you some more insight on certain things. They add a few things to it. So, and
it's very well drawn, too.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous. I like it a lot. So it seems very interesting. So I'm definitely excited for that.
So besides that, I wanted to show you this. This is Symbiote Spider-Man.
Yeah.
This is a new run from Peter David. And it takes place after the original Secret War event, which is where Spider-Man got the black suit back in like the 80s or 90s or whatever. Like, there's the old artwork on the first page. And pretty much this book is like taking that time period of where he had the black suit and expanding upon it.
Okay.
So the part of this I wanted to show you.
Is there a scene where Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire come in?
That's the one I was telling you about.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, you see him doing his thing in one part, and then you flip the page.
Yeah, oh, wow.
He's jumping between the Twin Towers, which if I just show that to the...
That's interesting.
Camera, they won't be able to really see it.
No.
But...
The human fly?
Yeah, that's a comic book character. You want to hand me the rest of my comics? I'm just going to do a new segment.
Sure.
I'm going to do a new segment that's called Comic Book Week. As in all the comics I got that week. Not that one. But yeah, so that's a really good run. I think you should look into getting these, whether they're digital or I don't know if you want to find a comic book shop near you. I don't know what you've got. But yeah, I picked up that. I also got... I haven't read this yet because I'm not caught up on the series, but I got this issue. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, issue 37, which... The Power Ranger comics are really good. They're doing some cool stuff in them. Pretty much, they've gotten to the point where it's not the original team anymore. It's Rangers from all over time and all different teams coming together to make their own team. So I want you to just look at some of the artwork in here.
Okay.
because I think that's cool. And then the last one I got was Star Wars: Age of Rebellion #1, Princess Leia. It's very like colorful.
I like
the
that.
artwork.
Very nice. The lagoon. That's like pops right out. Actually,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That.
It looks very good. I very much enjoy the artwork in those Power Ranger comics. But this Star Wars comic pretty much tells the story of. It takes place in between 5 and 6. It's when Leia is getting ready to go save Han from Jabba, and she she ends up working with Lando on a side mission real quick, and then she does some badass stuff.
Nice.
And, so that's what I got this week. I got Spider-Man: City at War #1, Star Wars: Age of Rebellion, Princess Leia, Symbiote Spider-Man #1,
and then Power Rangers Beyond the Grid. I
think it's number 37.
Yes.
Yeah. So
cool. That's
my week. That's my comic book pool list for the week. You can put it back there. And then I've been reading the book right underneath. It's just, it doesn't really matter. It's Heir to the Empire. It's an old Star Wars book, so it doesn't count anymore. But that was like the original 7, 8, 9. This was the original 7. It's the Thrawn trilogy, the beginning of it. It's pretty good book.
Cool.
Yeah. What else? Video games. I haven't been playing. I mean, we've been raiding.
We've been getting back into raiding Destiny 2, so that's been a lot of fun.
We finished Last Wish, which is the raid there. That was good.
Yeah.
I got 1,000 voices.
Yes, you did. You and Donnie, which was a really interesting odd for two of you in one raid group to get it, which was actually really exciting.
How's yours? Oh wait, I'm sorry, I forgot.
On another note,
Zer's there. I'm gonna have to log in later and
get
a faded engram.
Yes, and he's now, and you have a chance to get Forsaken Exotics now. In other news, Sekiro in just 10 days sold over 2 million copies.
Are you still playing it? You haven't played for a while?
I haven't played for a little while. The game is very challenging, and there's been a very large petition for people. They're like, hey...
Where's my easy mode?
Exactly. They're like, I want an easy mode. This game is way too hard. They're not going to do it.
No.
It's from
Neither should they.
And no, I don't think they should either. I mean, as much as I'm like, wow, this game is really challenging, they shouldn't. Because of the fact that...
It's their vision.
Exactly. And it would ruin the game.
Yeah.
Because I think if they added in an easy mode, it would just completely negate everything that you're doing.
I 100% agree.
So, I don't think they should do that. Just trying to think of like other video game related stuff.
I can bring up for you to see, there was not a trailer, but a like 5-second teaser thing for Jedi Fallen Order. Let's see if I can bring this up so that you can see it. Just like...
I think I saw this.
Yeah, it's nothing. The trailer's today in a couple hours.
Okay.
But just this...
Cool.
Looks like opening a door and then...
Okay.
Is that the Jedi Order symbol there?
It looks like it, yeah.
I think it is. So I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
Well, we know what the game is supposed to be, but we don't really know what's going on. I wonder if there's any tweets or anything recent. Yeah, that's in an hour.
Yeah.
So we won't be here in an hour.
Okay. Cool.
I'm just gonna scroll through Twitter real quick, see if there's anything.
Did you see? It was the original guy who played Lando Calrissian. They had that in the trailer.
Billy D. Williams.
Yeah. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm very excited.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think there's
really... there was the Lion King trailer that came out.
Oh, we could talk about that. I always love to talk about the Lion King.
Yeah, we're at a cross on that.
We're seeing it.
I mean, you can go see it.
I mean, we're seeing it on my birthday.
I saw the movie.
My birthday.
Everybody's seen the movie.
Don't you want to go to Fridays?
I still have that video saved, and I think you were wearing that hoodie too.
I think this one's new.
No,
I think I got this for Christmas.
It was the original red hoodie.
It was the original red hoodie.
Let's see.
You have it saved on Snapchat?
Well, because I had.
You disgust me. You know that? You really do.
Look at that. You were so happy about that, and that's when Ryan got his disgusting burger that was just bread and meat. Ugh. Makes me shudder.
Makes me shudder.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, my thing is that it's the same movie.
It's the circle of life. We don't know that.
It's the same movie.
I don't think it's going to be.
It looks prettier, and they have different people voice acting.
I don't think it's going to be the same movie. I think that...
How?
None of these movies have been the same movie. I mean, Beauty and the Beast, just by virtue of being, or by a after effect of being longer movies, these movies add to the storyline. I actually really like the Beauty and the Beast live action more than the animated one because it added to the story and it filled in some holes. We don't have a runtime yet for the live action Lion King. I'd imagine it's longer than the animated one because the animated one's like 90 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up. When did it come out? 97.
97, I think.
Nope. Wait.
No, 19.
No, that's the musical.
Oh.
94. Okay, I was close.
Which actually, Elton John's song, I believe.
Yeah, it's only 88 minutes, and there's no way the movie's gonna only be 88
Elton John's
minutes.
song, I think, it's Circle of Life, right?
He did Circle of Life, Just Can't Wait to Be King, and Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
I think it was Can You Feel the Love Tonight. One of them, he got an Oscar for Best Original Sound, and it wasn't in the original movie, so that movie was actually going to be released and everything without that song in it. But when they did a screening of it, he goes, "Hey, I have this song. I really think you should put it in there." And they're like, I don't know. He goes, "Look, we'll just try it out.
Yeah.
See how it works." They go, "All right, well, we'll give it a shot." And he wound up winning Oscar for Best Original Score for it, which I thought was pretty interesting. But I don't know. Yeah.
All right. Well,
I think
you want to close out the show with something crazy?
Sure.
All right. I heard a Star Wars rumor, and I want to talk about it because I think it's completely fucking nuts. So the rumor goes, Episode 7 at one point was going to start with a shot of Luke's hand from Episode 5. The one that gets cut off by Vader, floating through space.
Why?
I don't know, but it was going to start that way.
That's weird.
And then, do you know what happened? Wasn't in the movie.
Obviously.
So, people are theorizing that since it wasn't in the movie, that means that it's going to be in 9, and they think that Rey was cloned from that hand of Luke Skywalker.
That is the most batshit crazy thing I've ever heard. Especially from the Star Wars fandom. Because you guys come up with weird theories all the time. Why would that be one?
That's
just weird. But how would they clone it if it's floating through space?
That's the thing. They somehow got a hold of it.
But how?
I don't know. I don't write these things.
Where would you know to look for a hand?
Well, the dark side is a path to many abilities that some would call unnatural.
So then that would imply that Rey would then be more like the dark side.
Well, Rey's a Skywalker is what that means.
Yes.
Rey's Luke.
Well, I remember, I think it was like Disney or somebody, they made an action figure toy of Rey, and they called it Rey Skywalker years ago, and that was a whole controversial thing because
I don't think she's a Skywalker, to be honest.
I don't think she is.
I think she's her own person.
I think she is. Everybody wants her to be a Skywalker because it would make sense. But there's no evidence to back it up.
But that crazy theory, I just wanted to get your
that's
opinion
delusional, but okay, cool.
There's another theory that Rey is Anakin reincarnated through the Force.
No, don't think so.
No, it's not it, Chief.
No, not.
Brendan, where can people follow you?
They can follow. Well, I mean, I don't really have much.
No.
I mean, I have an Instagram, but I do more liking and stuff. But then,
well, you can follow me.
yes,
You can
on
follow
Twitter.
me on Twitter. You can follow me at Sean_AFK. And also, you can find me, besides this show, you can find me every weekend on the, I don't want to misspeak.
What is it, Collider?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the actual official name of the show. Joshua Rayner, our producer. What do you call this whenever you upload a new episode, Josh? It is the unofficial Collider Live after show called After Live. We're not official, but we still talk about it. Yeah, you can find me there. We just recorded an episode last night that'll go up either tonight or tomorrow.
Cool.
And at some point I'm making my movie trivia debut on Multiplex Entertainment, but they haven't uploaded it yet. We recorded it like 2 weeks ago. It was supposed to come out 2 weeks ago, and I haven't heard anything about it. So.
Well, best of luck.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah.
That's all I've got.
All right. Cool.
All right. Well, we'll be back next time.
Yes, we will.
I don't know when that will be.
Well, yeah, we've had a bit of weird, life has happened,
well,
so...
Hopefully we're back next week.
And if we are, we can talk about Game of Thrones.
We can.
And hopefully Matt will be here.
Probably not. And we can talk about Jedi Fallen Order and all the other amazing stuff that's going to come out of Star Wars Celebration that's happening right now.
Yes.
So, we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, see ya.